Hello everyone, welcome to the Advancement Centre and welcome to the world of magic and miracles, where once again we gather and lift one another into that area where everything's perfect, where our energies mingle with one another and where we actually enhance one another's lives. On this special day, we can feel the elements changing in the world around us. And each time we enter the field of our Creator, we gather more and more of the gifts that we decided we would bring to this world. That mystical being that is much bigger than the person you see in the mirror is now very active in your life. And many of you are well aware of the immense capabilities that lie in front of you. Our purpose here each week is to exercise some of those facilities that are available to us simply by mentioning them. And as we mention them, they come to life. Your being bounces into action and the sparkles start emanating from your whole existence. Everything you have to do with this world comes alive. And what you expect comes to being. We've now gone past where we need any practice. We can jump straight into the world of our Creator because that's where we come from. And magic and miracles is the tool that we use all the time to make sure we're present in the way we want to be. If we use any other form of influence in the physical world and beyond, we find objection. With magic and miracles, nothing is disturbed, and your spirit soars high all the time. The impossible has seemed to drift into the background because everything is possible, even when we don't try. So right now, we can assist one another, or we can just sit and enjoy. There are no rules, and there's no requirement to fulfill a project of any sort. The only requirement is your own requirement, the one that pops up in front of you different every minute of every day. That elusive spirit of yours tends to take you to the most unusual places, give the most unusual visions to you, and allow you to exercise that magic in the most unorthodox manner. The simplicity that we talk about is actually becoming a real part of your life. And as you listen to the birds, they just talk away and they enhance everything around us. The features of our life are actually emanating from each one of us. The brilliance of our healthy being is repeating itself in our body. And we're emanating a healthy way of life, not to any rules, but to our standard that we've known for eons to the standard that we brought from our origin, that is way beyond anything you could write down in the physical world. So now we allow that engine that's within us, that's fired by the music that's unique to us, to generate the immense power that allows us to connect to everyone and everything in the world and beyond. And in fact, from beyond, you are trillions of times more active and more powerful than you are in the field that you can see in front of you. So now we go a little further and explain the possibility of you having two visions, two lives, two aspects, all at the one time. It's like a screen that has the satellite view and the direct view right in front of you. But in fact, no matter which way you look, there's a new screen with a new set of aspects. So as you look around, there are millions of images available to you. And you can decide which one to switch to, which one to have as part of your life. Or you can decide to have them all. I encourage you to have them all. Because with all the data, all the information, all the aspects of your being active at once, you are your true self. And you don't have the problem of selecting anything. Once you take it all on, you don't have to select anything. We're capable of accessing everything all at once. And so your life becomes brighter because it has more light. It has more capability. And you can see it acting. You can see it working. You can feel the results well before they even come into the physical world. In approaching the multidimensional world that we talk about, it's not done from one spot. It's done from those millions of little sparkles around you that are actually focusing on you and bringing from different dimensions and different worlds all the parts of you that are active everywhere. And if you allow them all to turn on, your vision of yourself will become totally different. You won't even consider selecting one different act, one different coat, one different way of presenting yourself. You'll present yourself so that everyone can take what they want. So the perfection that they can see is always there. So that you never, ever have to select what it is that you're supposed to do. Just do it all. Just allow your being to expand to where it feels normal. And then go past that again and you'll find it'll be more than normal. It'll hold you so steady in the advanced fields of your Creator that you will be able to send your signals out sparkle everywhere, and solidify that advanced world in a physical form, so that all around you, people can feel you. No matter what the distance is, no matter what the intention is. And they will feel the great honor that you have for them, because that's your natural being. We can easily slip into different worlds, but if you have them all available, it maintains itself perfectly. It's a little bit like trying to suspend the sun without the moon and the earth and the other planets. You try to do that, it won't be the sun anymore. It'll be something different. So if you remove yourself from everything that holds you in orbit, you'll get out of orbit. And you won't be the being that is totally balanced and capable of changing everything in the world. As you allow yourself to be who you are, you'll realize it has nothing to do with your personality. And all of a sudden, your personality becomes a reflection of who you are. Everything reverses. And you don't have a job to do. So once you don't have a job to do, everything flows beautifully. No matter what happens around you, it'll have a reason and it'll be okay. But most importantly, what happens in your world will actually be exactly what you specified. Not through words, not through thought, but through your origin, where you came from before you entered the Earth's field. We've come past many, many barriers, and we've stepped into an area that holds us dearly. And in that area, we grow, and we grow very quickly. And it's not like we just arrived somewhere. It's like, as we arrive, we're moving on. As we arrive again, we're moving on faster. And our world expands into the fields of your Creator that you've never experienced before. And the energies that come to you are so pure and so elegant that you can do nothing else but reflect their qualities. We've often looked at ourselves in the light of what somebody has commented on. And now you'll find you don't even hear the comment, because it's only about a tiny little aspect of you. It's like a tiny dot in the big picture. It's like an opinion is not even necessary, because the opinion does not encapsulate the tiniest part of you. And any action that's isolated from you is, just like I said, trying to isolate the sun. It's not really you. It's what somebody has done to make you look different in the eyes of others. And as soon as you step forward, it disappears. As soon as you step into the world of your Creator, you're holding your whole existence without any exception at all. And it's starting to make you glow. So as you follow that glow, you'll grow very, very quickly. And you'll find you're doing things with ease. The things that you think are mundane or repetitive, you'll feel totally different about. You won't do them the same each time. You won't move the same each time you move from one room to another. Each time you sit in a chair, it'll feel different. Each time you look at a friend, you'll see the friend. Each time you look at another person, you'll see the being. Because as you are, they are. Because it's your world, totally yours individually, and you're running it. So with that in mind, it's easy to use the magic and miracles. With a smile, a slight movement, a happy gesture, and a little bit of craziness, a celebration. You have just captured all the control functions for magic and miracles. The extent of the simplicity is unbelievable. What you receive is thousands and thousands of times more than what you ever expect. And what you give is everything. You totally project your whole being for the capability of everyone else. And as you project that, their capability does the same to you. So it's the opposite to what science has worked out. Science believes that you have to put in all the energy and all the effort to get a part of it back. But in fact, you are putting in more than anybody else could take, more than the universe can take, by just being you. The interaction of our fields is so complex that it has to have that program of simplicity, otherwise you wouldn't be able to use it. That happy feeling, that sudden reflection of something, a glimpse of something out of the side of your eye, a sudden feeling of presence, indicates that the simplicity is working and it's coming from everywhere. You'll find that as you stand and as you walk, you won't even involve yourself in how you move. The elegance of your being will reflect in every movement. And you'll see people looking. as if you had put on a show. But in fact, every step and every movement in your life is putting on a show for everyone to make them happy, to make them feel better, to elevate just a moment of their life that will last forever. Many times you feel that if you just had a moment where you could get on top of everything, that would be enough. But in fact, you're looking from where you are holding back the moment. As soon as you let the gates open, the moment is there, and it will take you straight into the world of your Creator and turn into an endless life of moments, an eternity of life that doesn't really take any notice of the rules and regulations of the planet Earth, and can just as easily as you blinking your eyes change the whole condition of your world. It can make you walk in front of a bus and then come out the other side and not even be touched. It's recorded many times in many people's lives how those distorted moments save their life in such a way that they can't even talk about it because it's too incredible. The simplest things, the guidance, the sudden feeling that you have to turn left instead of right, all coming from the parts of you that are not recorded in the physical world, the parts of you that are connected everywhere, and that are reflected back into the physical world for you to enjoy. So now we talk about using all this in the physical world, and we talk about the industry of magic and miracles that belongs to you, an industry that will support the whole universe, an industry that you know about, one that you can create in a second, that doesn't have to obey any rules, only yours, where you can create anything you want and create any value you want. You can make all sorts of things worth all sorts of money if you want. But the biggest thing is to make them valuable. How can you put a price on a smile from a grandmother or a hug from a friend? You can't put a price on it, but it has endless value, value that never leaves you for your whole life. A small incident can capture a lifetime of pleasure. Just in a child suddenly looking at you, sending a burst of energy to you, and then running away and playing. We've all experienced it, and now it's our turn to play with all that and to watch what we can do and to generate energies and impulses and feelings that are so fast you don't have to generate them. An impulse to change someone's life, an impulse to give them the perfection they want. The simplicity of that magic can now exist in the physical world. And we have all the fields set and all the support infrastructure set for that to happen right through all our lives and all our industries and all our interactions. It's set, but it's your industry. And your industry of magic and miracles will grow so fast as soon as you see that it's yours. As soon as you start to put the value on the little things that you can produce, on the moment that you decide to send a feeling to somebody. And one moment in one day is sufficient to last everybody forever. But you'll find that you start to do it so regularly that it is almost an endless flow of goodwill to everybody, an endless flow of encouragement, and an endless flow of courage to allow them to stand and hold their own picture and not have anybody throw a picture frame around their neck. The personality that will show from everybody is now the personality that's unique, that was brought into the world by each individual person. Not a personality that meets a formula or a job or a position in life. A personality that is endless, that supports everyone, and that has special gifts, just like a grandmother visiting her grandkids. The special gift is the visit. And then it grows to the special gift is just the fact that they're there. They don't even have to visit. And then the grandchildren visit the grandparents to prove that they've been connected all this time at a distance. And they very rarely have to say much about who they are or what their interaction is. The more this comes into our lives, the more we will find the family that came here that was not part of our earthly arrangement. The family that's worked together for eons will find one another and won't even have to look in their eyes to say, "Hi, how are you going? Long time no see." And in fact, in this lifetime, you probably haven't seen them. So look forward to you gathering all that mystical family that's connected in a whole different way from your origin, such that the combination of all of them does not change the total feeling of any of them. They're still individual and totally more powerful than a group. Each one so different to the other that they fulfill the picture that they believe, not that they believe, the picture that they know to contain everything and to contain all the gifts that they can see possible for the world. We've entered this phenomenon, one of those words, and it is not a theory. It's where I live. It's where many of you live. It's where we can make a difference. And it's where we recognize something unique about each one of us. That's where the love for one another is quite intense, even though we're not related in this world. So look forward to maintaining all those connections and knowing that you're doing it with a language that is not registered here. It's the language of the stars, and it's the recognition of each one of you. So bring to life that music that holds you dear to everyone, that makes your body work, that makes your world work, that generates enormous power and then enhances everything. And in doing that, say to one another, I offer you a perfect life, perfect health, and a magic future. Thank you.